Lord Baladeva could see that. Lord Balaram, who is representing Krishna as Sevaka Vigraha, Sevaka Bhagavan, Sevya Bhagavan, Supreme Personality of Godhead as this transcendental form. So to teach the devotees how to serve Supreme Personality of Godhead, to release the pastimes, how to serve, how to love, how to release the love, how to release the love of Supreme Personality of Godhead to service. Lord expand himself to Baladev. There is no difference between Lord Baladeva and Lord Krishna. So initially it appears that Balaram is not aware, but when Balaram saw these friends, calves, the affection between ordinary Jiva and the affection between Krishna and Jiva are different. The person who is in knowledge can see that. Then we'll go to see what is the natural symptoms of such. Why a living entity is not able to realize the truth? What is that lacking in a living entity? That do not allow to realize the truth. How to realize the truth? That is very important. Then what is the truth? Truth is the fundamental principles. We need to understand that how these objectives are happening. Right? There are two perspectives, and you should know the fundamentals. Second is that you know what is happening. That is called vichara. Bhaktivinoda Thakur stuck on that. That Nam Sankirtana Kara Kariya Vichar. Vichara is essential. That vichara can be done in mundane platform, not elevating yourselves to the transcendental realm. Or vichara can be done in transcendental realm. Just like we are struggling to get happiness in this material world. You will not find a single person who will say that the objective behind his action is that something other than happiness. Nobody will say that. Even if you ask the topmost degree holder, MBA degree holder from Harvard, or engineering degree holder from MIT, you ask them, IIT, ask them the questions. What is the goal of life? But the happiness as the goal of life is behind all the objectives, but is bewildered to everyone. Even though the IIM degree holder or IIT MIT degree holder. They will say some objective which will generate lots of wealth. Everybody. A MBA degree holder can say that I want to expand my business throughout the world, globally. Generate revenue, multi-trillion dollars can be the objective of life. So this kind of thought is there, that being wealthy, it is programmed to the mind of living entity, the human being here. It is programmed to the person from the very beginning by this material world. Starting from the parents, teachers, all the colleagues, and all the alumnus. From everywhere, we learn one thing is that we have to become wealthy. With this objective, one searches this objective, but behind all that, this is the hidden objective. This objective is always there. Yes, everybody will say that. If somebody is unable to see that, he can apply some vichara. Then he will say, suppose we say, okay, you want to get that. Suppose Lord has a plan, you will get all that you desire, that you will be having multi-billions of the dollars, you will be successful in your business, but you will have cancer at 4th stage. Suppose Lord give you a choice. Get all of your desires, whatever you desired, but you will have cancer at 4th stage. Other choice is that you will have no desire, but a healthy life. And that is a surprise in this world. When you have money, you don't have time to enjoy. When you have time to enjoy, there is no money. कोई तन दुखी, कोई धन दुखी, कोई मन दुखी, थोड़े थोड़े सब हो दुखी. There will be lots of worries. When our peace is severely broken, we cannot get sleep without sleeping tablets. You see the situations of the many stalwart, wealthy persons. That what is the situation? They cannot sleep without sleeping tablets. So what kind of happiness is there? Dhane, Gyane, Mane. Dhan, Gyan, Man. Rhythmic word, hai na? See, with this, Gati have mani. Dhana, Gyana, Mana are the mean to get Gati. Gati means to get perfections. People think that the perfection is that when I will become wealthy or knowledgeous or prestigious. Not or, and. Wealthy, dhana, knowledgeous, gyani, prestigious. So that's how we think that we'll be happy, but if you inquire further, along with these things are there. So he will definitely say no. I don't need all this wealth, prestigious, or knowledge, if I have to suffer the consequences of like cancer at fourth stage, that is the troublesome. We don't want unhappiness as the outcome, but we don't know how to bring happiness as the outcome. That is the problem. So let's study further. Why it's so? It is very surprising that no one can separate happiness from us because it is our fundamental ingredient. What is our fundamental ingredient? The fundamental ingredient of a living entity is happiness. Ananda. But what kind of ananda? Even that is eternal ananda. It is not that it is something which can break in between. Unbreakable, unstoppable happiness. And what is in magnitude? Is like the comparison of a water in pot and water in ocean. The pleasure that we can release is like the oceans. Krishna preme je ananda sindhu brahmananda tarage khatado kasam. The amount of pleasure in Krishna consciousness, if you compare the pleasure that one can get from Brahmajyoti, being liberated in Brahmajyoti, one is free from all pains, no pain being available in Brahmajyoti. And along with, there is pleasure of knowledge being present in Brahmajyoti. Jnana Sukha is there. Deha Sukha is not present in Brahmajyoti. Atma Sukha is present, and that too from Jnana. Sukha can be achieved from Jnana. As we discussed, in the material world, Deha Sukha will look with Dhana, Sanmana, and physically supplying comforts, like you are getting heat. So heat is like you don't have the ability to tolerate heat. So you need a solution for that. So heat is the problem. So this pleasure is solving the problem by getting it to air condition. So that is the sukha. When you are hungry, hunger is a problem. You are lacking the nutrients in the body, or your stomach is giving the urges of hunger. So when you get food, then you will get happy. Even if you are not hungry, you will like your most delicious food and eat something. So that is due to the body or tongue's attachment to some specific food. That is how sometimes this body is getting the pleasure what it was lacking, but it is not at that degree. Where is the light of sun and where is the light of a candle? Like that, the happiness we get from this body is very meager in front of the happiness that could come from Lord. The Brahma Sukha, even the happiness from knowledge, is very meager in front of the pleasure that is coming from Prema. So there is one more pleasure that is called love of Godhead, Krishna Prema, which is not realized by a living entity. That is the problem here. Why Krishna Prema is not realized by a living entity? He has forgotten it. Krishna Prema has to exhibit it in a submissive way, subservient way. Krishna Dasa Mama eva ansa jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. The living entity is eternally the fragmental portion of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, he is entitled to serve Lord. By that way, his connections with God will be established. Just like a paddy field, if connected to the river through the channels, then the water flows to the paddy field and the paddy field gets nourished. Similarly, a living entity, if connected to the eternal source of Supreme Personality of Godhead, through the process of devotional service called Prema, Krishna Prema, he will be able to get the transcendental pleasure. Otherwise not possible. But others who like to enjoy in a shortcut way. How Krishna is becoming the master of every thing, every object, every people, everybody. So he is getting the happiness. I will become master of everything. So he cannot become master of the Antaranga Shakti, internal potency. So Lord has one shadow. It's called external energy. The internal energy is the internal energy of Krishna, and shadow is Krishna's Maya Shakti. Krishna has three energies: Antaranga, Bahiranga, Tatastha. And to surprise the living entity who want to become like Lord is himself the energy of God, Tatastha Shakti. So he has the ability to will, feel and desire. Will, feel, think. Willing means desire. Will, feel and think. So he think to enjoy like Lord. With that spirit he entered. He tried to enter from Brahmajyoti to metal world. So the metal creation season, Bhutta Praliyate, created and destroyed in every day and night of Brahma. Even in a day there are 70, there are 14 Manu, and 14 Manu are 71 cycles of yugas. In every yuga some little pralaya happens. End of 4 yugas some pralaya happens. End of yuga is Sandhya, that's not a pralaya, but some big changes happens, like destructions happen, like Mahabharata Yuddha happened. The fighting of Kaurava and Pandava happened at the end of Dwapara to Kali. When 4 cycles ends, like after the end of Kali, there will be great destructions to these people of age of Kali will be killed by Kalki Avatar, because they will be so disturbing, so tyrant. And again Satya will come. So there will be big destructions, the end of 4 cycles of yugas, called Chaturjuga. Then Manvantara. After Manvantara, the Sandhya period is little more for another Manvantara. So that is Pralaya. And after 14 Manvantara, that is the big Pralaya. After Brahma's end, Ati Mahapralaya. Pralaya, Ati Pralaya, Mahapralaya. Like that. It happens. So people remain in the pool. Those who are interested to take Janma, they either remain in the pool of Garbhodak Sai Vishnu when this cosmic creation at rest because of Brahma at sleep. Or when Brahma dies, they are in the pool of Karanataka Sai Vishnu. Spreading. The entire universe comes to the armpit of Karanataka Sai Vishnu. Inhale and exhale. When exhale comes out, when inhale goes in. Or in the pool of this world, sometimes in Pitraloka, sometimes roaming here and there, not getting a life because of committing suicide or some severe mistakes. So living entity is remaining in pool. Or sometimes a living entity is in Brahmajyoti waiting to get a life. Unlimited universes are there. In one of the universe, you will get the chance. Even you can switch from one universe to another universe. Depends upon your austerities, upon your merits, the credit limit you have. Then with that you can journey to other planets, even other universes. That is the mechanism. All that is that in the quest of happiness. The whole subject is that we are discussing here is that quest of happiness. And if vichar is not there, the quest of happiness is misdirected. Their objectives is happiness, but the process of finding the objective is wrong. So just like we discussed this, when you apply certain more analogies, certain more logics, then we will derive that such pleasure which we are seeking from dhana, jnana, mana is not a real pleasure, because it comes with lots of sufferings hidden. It is there but not visible. Is not it? That's what. You think that some people's even becoming vairagis but looking for mana sukha. Mana, you know, respect. Mana, sanmana, disciples or followers. People will say, Prabhuji is speaking very nice, mana. Or singing very nice, such melodious sound. Is expert in delivering lectures, very good in analysis, excellent devotees. So all this in mana is sukha, subtle sukha. This sukha is not real sukha. Sukha is only lying in Krishna prema. Like Baladeva come here to teach that sukha. Where sukha lies? Na dhane cha na jnane cha na mane. You will get some pleasure, you are getting, right? You are getting the pleasure of knowledge. When you are able to win in a quiz competition, that time, that day, that night, you will be so happy, right? You'll be dancing, your feet will not hold in the ground, right? That's kind of happiness. So jnana sukha. If you are able to defeat somebody, or if you exercise your knowledge, achieve something, you'll be very happy. You got a certification, if you got a merits, or if you got a medals, all these things. Jnana sukha. Mana. Mana sukha. They are certain. See, pleasure, deha sukha in the body, which is visible, everybody is interested for that. Mana sukha is greater than deha sukha. If in the body has full torture, full, like 24 hours you have worked so hard, got very tired. Suppose our Radha Madhav Prabhu, you are the secretary of the conference. You know, 24 hours how much hard work, but you enjoy a lot or not? Even though hard work is there, your body is exhausted. Your body has not got any deha sukha. So what sukha you got? You're so happy by working 24 hours so hard. How it is possible, Radha Madhav Prabhu? Happening or not? Happening. Krishna Prabhu. You're getting happiness after working hard 24 hours? It's not yes, it? No. For conferences? Yes, have you got any deha sukha in that? Even sometimes no food, no sleep, no rest. But he's asking rest, but you are not giving it. It's not that. But yet you are happy. So what is that sukha? Mana sukha, deha sukha, and all above is Krishna prema sukha. Guru seva Krishna prema sukha.
Jnana Sukha is higher than Deha Sukha. Mana Sukha is Deha Sukha. Mana Sukha is greater than Deha Sukha. And Jnana Sukha is greater than Deha Sukha, Mana Sukha. The Atma Sukha is greater than all. So Atma Sukha can only be achieved through the love of God. And Lord Balaram is the embodiment of that. He has expanded, Ekoham Bahusami. Krishna has expanded himself to release this Seva Sukha, Krishna Prema Sukha. Even Radharani, the Krishna himself becomes Radha, female companion. Same Supreme Personality of Godhead in male form is Krishna, in female form is Radha. This female form is not biological female form. Biological female form, what we see, is for our vision in material world. But transcendental female, no difference between Krishna and Radha. Similarly, when Lord manifests his Sevaka Swarupa to release the transcendental love, he becomes Balaram. So Krishna's bed, Krishna's roof is Sankarsana. The bed of Krishna is in Vishnu or Narayana form is Sankarsana. When in thousands of the wood, Lord Sankarsana or Balaram glorifies the pastimes of Lord Krishna, the Leela of Krishna, and takes pleasure, gives pleasure. Lord Shiva constantly with rapt attention hears the glories of Krishna from Lord Baladev Sankarsana, who is the master of Sadasiva, always engaged in hearing the transcendental glories of Krishna. So Krishna releases this service and teaches all other how to get this transcendental pleasure is through learning from Lord Baladeva, who is Sarvadeva Maya. And Lord Baladeva is the spiritual master. He knows how to please Krishna. Suppose one time you go and offer the most, delicious drink, adding honey, fruits, all that, as per your best of the knowledge. Please Krishna. But Krishna is desiring water at that time. Suppose when you are thirsty, you need water. Somebody will give this and that. What you need, what you are expecting, that is important. Krishna is expecting this service from us, but we apply our mundane knowledge to give something else. That is okay. That is fine, but that is not how you can please. To please Krishna, you must know what Krishna is expecting from you. And Krishna tells us that through Lord Balaram, through Guru. All the spiritual masters are the form of Guru. So the spiritual master, Lord gives us the expectations and takes the service back from you, and in return gives you the blessings. So the blessings, the pleasure coming from Krishna through the channel of Guru. So Guru is the channel, just like the river and your paddy field are connected through a channel. The channel is Guru. Your seva will go through Sri Guru. your transcendental divine pleasure or happiness will come through Guru. That is the relationship, and that represented by Lord Baladeva. When Lord Baladeva sees that the love among the cowherd boys and their parents is million times greater than how it was before. Even though Krishna with his transcendental divine energies had made no point of difference, not a single external feature difference. External feature was exactly the same how they were. When Brahma stolen, so Krishna manifested exactly same from his own expansions. It's Atma Swarupa, Swarupa expansion. All Krishna. But the love among these devotees and Krishna, earlier their own son, but now Krishna as their son. Even the cows, they had the calf as Krishna. So their love and their milk giving was so affectionate. Balaram noticed that. And Balaram is full of all knowledge. Who has the ability to bichara and differentiate would be called as knowledge. Knowledge will come at work when you are able to apply it. Applicable knowledge or technology. Knowledge that comes at work should be changed, should be transformed to skills. If knowledge are there but not skills, right? Somebody having IIT degrees but not applying his skills, and somebody like you can see the big giant owners not necessarily be a very learned degree holder. Giant companies owners, possible that converting them to skills are essentials. Applying applicable knowledge are essentials. So applications of the knowledge, vichar shakti is very essential. So all these things are known to Lord Baladeva. So essence is that the pastimes of the Krishna can be understood by the mercy of Lord Baladeva, Nityananda, and by serving to the lotus feet of Sri Guru, we will get the blessings of Lord Nityananda Baladeva, by which we can know Krishna, please Krishna, serve Krishna, love Krishna, and go back Godhead of Krishna. Hare Krishna. Any questions?
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
World. So they want to take a particular body to enjoy that, and this body will be awarded on the suitable time with the suitable places. So this time, place means where we will take birth, at what time we will be taking birth, is all decided by the laws of karma. Means how much credits you want, where you are eligible to go. Depending upon that, time, place, everything is awarded to living entity. But you can see that Lord is all merciful. Even though your desire is not submissive to Krishna, yet Krishna fulfill your desire because you are part and parcel of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So you can see the love of Godhead is always highest. And we cannot love that much God, how much God loves us. The love of God is always at a higher side. Our love for Krishna is not that much. Means because Lord is all knowledgeous, Chit, Sat Chit Ananda in Purna Tattva. So his exhibitions at the highest degree. But problem is that we cannot realize that. However, our love for Godhead is subject to our realizations. The more we realize, the more we can love Godhead. That is the whole idea. So, until we realize, we think something else. We want to get something else other than Krishna. With that something else, we never become happy. So we want to try something else. Just like a child, sometimes attached to some game. But after playing long time one game, he want to switch to other game, right? That's why this game industry are very popular. They know how to earn their business through this, like that. So child has the tendency to switch from game to game. Similarly, the living entity has the tendency to go one form to another form. So sometimes he is eligible, sometimes he is in waiting list, like that. So it is all our karma. If you want to go to other planets, you have to earn the pious merits. But if you see with knowledge that why you want to go other planet, the reason is that you want to enjoy happiness. But if you have knowledge that happiness will not be derived by that, but happiness can be derived by serving Krishna, because Krishna is the only source. What you are looking, it is within you only. Why you are so worried searching it outside? Nobody can separate the transcendental pleasure from you for a single second also, because you have made up of this pleasure. When you are made up of pleasure, what pleasure? Transcendental pleasure. What is the magnitude? Can be like ocean. Only thing that you have forgotten the connection. You have to re-establish the connection with God. Ananda Ambudhi Vardhanama. Ananda Ambudhi. This pleasure is Ambudhi. Ambudhi means oceanic. You want to satisfy in buckets of the water, or sometimes you are looking little bigger, like well, water in well. Udapana. Jasminartha Udapana, Tavan Sarvata Samplutodake. All this requirement can be at once fulfilled when you goes to this oceanic pleasure of love of Krishna. Being forgotten that, people are interested to go sometimes here, Delhi, Madras, Bombay, Pune, wherever you want to go. So you do a ticket and wait for the ticket, pay the money to get the ticket. Like, yes, your example, waiting list. People are in waiting list to go to different planets. But why they want to go? Enjoy. And the destination will not bring the enjoyment, it will give temporary enjoyment. The real enjoyment you can release by serving Krishna, by loving Krishna, by dovetailing everything to Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Any
Those who
other-
are in the waiting list, how they derive happiness? Like during that transition period, from where they derive happiness?
Nobody is happy here. कोई तन दुखी, कोई धन दुखी, कोई मन दुखी, थोड़े थोड़े सब हो दुखी, सुखी केवल कृष्ण की दास. कृष्ण की सेवक के अतिरिक्त बाकी सब दुखी है इधर. Nobody is happy. Happiness will not be derived. So those who are in waiting pool, you may say in Pitraloka, in this world. In Pitraloka, how you will be happy? Your happiness that you want food, but you cannot eat food. Your son will give once food. Sometimes your son is also not giving food. How will you get when you are not getting food? You have thirst, you have hunger, but no food. So that is, nobody is happy in any of these three worlds. Only happy are those people who are serving Krishna.
Yes, I got it. So we have got one question. Jagannath Prabhu, Jai Jagannath
Yes,
Prabhuji wants to ask.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanad
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam.
Prabhuji, today class with me about Brahmajyoti. Actually, how a jiva's purpose is decided, like he is going to Brahmajyoti or is going to Golok Vrindavan, because even they are also doing the same, means same sadhana, same energy. They are keeping the same thing. And initially, when we come to the devotion life, we never think right. We want to go to Brahmajyoti or we want to go there, because we just everyone thinks for purpose. So purpose is something, some ultimate personality of God. It's something we think like that, but we never think. We want to go to Vrindavan or we want to go to Brahmajyoti. Right. So because both are doing the same thing almost, they are sincere. It means they are also keeping the same sincere energy, sadhana, everything. So can you please tell this how their life and our life decided like to go here and there?
Yes, people are interested to get liberated. For liberation, some takes the path of jnana, some takes the path of dhyana, some takes the path of asana, pranayama, niyama, some takes the path of karma, some takes the path of karma yoga. Unfortunate people takes the path of bhakti yoga. So people, those who bahunam janmanamante, bahunam janavanamante jnanavan mam prapadyante. Those who are not surrendering to Krishna, they will not able to enter to Vaikuntha or higher planets. But after a long, long time, when they are perfected in controlling or regulating the senses, or when become eligible, it may take millions of the years or millions of the birth, bahunam janmanam, but they can enter into the Brahma Jyoti. It depends upon their progress. But Maya is so powerful that progress is always tested with lots of examples, like lots of situations. And in this situation comes, then Jnaninam Nitya Vairanam Kama Rupa Analena Dusurena Nalena Cha. This last, which is like the fire, always fails the knowledgeous persons. It's the eternal enemy of a Jnani. So when Jnani cannot get the success so soon. Anyway, whether he is a Jnani, whether he is a Dhyani, whether he is a Ashtanga Yogi, or a Karmi who is perfect in doing karma, but who can do perfect karma? But Karma Yogi, if he is surrendering that karma to Lord, that is Karma Yoga, through which when Lord's mercy added to the sadhana, then like your perspiration can be 98%, but 2% of mercy is essential. Just like in a circuit. In a circuit, you have two switches. If both the switches are on, then your light will get electricity, right? So that's how, even though you're working with big austerities, but if the mercy of Lord is not received, how it will be received? Because you have not realized that you are servant of Krishna. Then you have not prayed God, because you have not understood God. You don't know who you are. So that knowledge is not perfect, imperfect knowledge. That's why imperfections cannot bring perfections. Brahmajyoti is perfection in knowledge. So imperfect knowledge, how can get liberation? So his liberation is delayed. But when one come to realize Krishna, then everything become quick. Like mukti haste kritanjali. Liberation herself in folded hand, waiting in front of the devotee Are you willing to come? Please come. I'm willing to take you back. Like that. With folded one hand. Mukti asks that, oh dear devotee, would you like to get liberations? But the devotee do not fall in trap of mukti, because once he falls in the trap, he cannot again come back to the platform of devotion or can enter to the spiritual level Golaka or Vaikuntha. That's right. So many devotees has different desires because of lack of sufficient knowledge, lack of the shelter of Lord Nityananda or Lord Baladeva through a bona fide guru is the cause. That's why even their perfection will not be shown, that will be delayed, but yes, they may get perfections after long time. That long time is how long? Is like millions of the birth or millions of the years they will have to spend here and there in tapasya sadhana to get perfect. Yes, bro, that is how it is happening.
Yes, okay, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Any other question or will conclude for today?
Fine for today. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, ग्रंथराज श्रीपाद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, समवेत समस्त गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरि हरि बोल।
हरि हरि बोल। His Grace Akrodh Das Prabhu की जय हो। Thank you Prabhu. Thank you all three brothers in your work.